make us an offer for the Defender? Who's going to make us an offer for the Ranger? Yeah, we've got so many of these big boy cars, but we've also got a whole range of electric cars. Yeah, so depending on what you need the car for, so we got the Tesla, we got the Hyundai, we got the Nissan. That Nissan is actually a hybrid, and then we've got this Mercedes. And my favorite, I love this one. This one looks like the car that I imagine electric cars in the future would actually look like this VW. So guys, if you want your next car to be electric, we've got you covered. If you want your next car to be a beast, then
A beast. Just for one day. Let's stop till you get in. Keep on. When the band starts, let's stop till you get in. Ah! Not bad. My third pack. Don't be worry about being a pig, just open them on. Hey, what you like? I'm eating like I run the marathon, aren't I? Did you run? No, I'm just eating like it. I'm getting ready for when I do eat, when I do it. Chelsea started finding me.
She's absolutely lovely, absolutely gorgeous, and it's 100.
God. I can make you money from home. Go away. Go away, I'm not interested. Hello. Hang on, let's start TikTok off. Oh, bright. Someone at the running club said, "Would you talk about that?" I went, "Nothing. I talk about absolute rubbish." He said, "What, just sit there and talk on your sofa for nothing rubbish?" I went, "Yeah." I said, "They watch though." I said, "People watch." I said, "It's almost like they've got nothing to do." Hello. But they said, "Would you get a lot of horrible people?" I said, "Yeah, of course you do. You get trolls, but you should ignore them, innit?" All right, thank you. I said, on the whole, I think online you get nice people. There's some horrible people there. That's like, I don't know, real life, isn't it? There's people are nice to you and other people are horrible to us. Don't know why. I don't know why I can't just ignore you rather than be horrible. But no, everyone's to their own, isn't it? What does that mean? What the heck does that mean? I've done a classic run tonight. Classic. My knee, well, not my knee, sort of like my right knee, slightly to the left, but down a bit, been hurting all day. Yesterday was hurting on the tube. I was walking like an old man. And I thought, I want to do the marathon again. Hello. It's Voltaren and all this. And I started running tonight, about a mile and a half. then it was magically cured. All right, Kieran? Magically cured. I don't know. I love it. Hello. Oh, I'm quite happy. Good day, yeah. I've been running tonight. Running tonight. We're on about. Oh, what have we done? I'll tell you in a minute. Well, let me tell you, it goes slowly. Hang on. 20,000 steps. Oh yeah. 5.15. 53.37. So not to find you on Google. I can't. Come buy my cars in Kent. Strawberry dealers. Would you sell strawberries? Strawberry dealers? What? Why? That's a weird name. What's the relevance of strawberry dealers? No, they're these. They're out of date. Well, fall 26, and I thought, oh, I better actually eat them. I've got a pack in there. I've been having the other ones, they're the toffee coated ones, and I like them. And these have just been sort of put at the back of the cupboard, and I thought, well, I'll get rid of them. Advanced Vehicle Security, all right, mate? How's you? Ah, yesterday. What a day. I was sitting here before I went to the running club. Pumpsy Bunners. And, all right, Miles. I was watching some of the videos of what people, who they've done it for. You go, wow. People have a lot of problems, don't they, really? Lots of people suffering with stuff. And, no, very, very inspirational. The back with the fridge, I just thought, oh, he's got a fridge on his back. Didn't really think anything of it, really. Read their story. He's done another marathon today. All right, Jack, he done another marathon today. He flew, I don't know what airport, around London yesterday. He's flown to Ireland. He's done another marathon today. He's got 33 marathons, I think. I'm ignoring you. YouTube, I'm ignoring you. Carry on commenting, but I'm ignoring you. Whether you like that, I don't give a flying fig, actually. There you go. Hello. How'd you stop gambling? I run out of money, I suppose. If you run out of money, you ain't going to do it, are you? Or would you like borrow more money to try and gamble it back? Seriously, I suppose you would go and speak to a counsellor, wouldn't you? A debt counsellor who would give you proper advice. I wouldn't come on the internet if you've got problems and try and talk about it. Very rarely would. I think you'd find somebody who would actually help you. But there you go. As is, bet you kiss your friend goodnight. What? Apparently he's all right. Apparently he's all right. Nothing wrong at all. Nothing wrong at all. But I know when I've done that hike with my son and daughter, 11 and a quarter hours on our feet when it's 70,000, 71, 72,000 steps. Before I went to bed, I took 2 Nurofen. Woke up right as rain. Yeah, mate, I've been looking at the pictures, and even the pictures I'm sort of getting a little bit like, I can't look at them, because it was such a good day. Such a good day, really, and inspirational, reading all these, you see these videos on TikTok and that, of someone who's done it and they were doing it for their mum, or, one bloke. There was a London Marathon thing. I guess you can go up to it and they leave the camera running and you tell your story, I guess. Mate, I'm well chuffed. I've been thinking about next year. I want to do it, but I want to do it with him. I need to speak to the charity because we had one place this year, but we've got 2. Me and him, and I think rather than 6 grand, can the two of us raise 5 grand, which is 2.5 grand each? But there you go. But we'll see, innit? We'll see. I might even get in because I've entered through the ballot. Anyone do me a favour? If you enter through the ballot and you get in, I'll buy it off you. Or message me, ring me up, and I'll buy it off you. You know, in July, because I really want to do it. I really, really want to do it. I want to do it with my son as well. We could do another one. You could do Manchester or Birmingham or whatever, couldn't you? But I want to do London, really. I want to do... I'm sorry, I'm ignoring you. All you dickheads, I'm ignoring you, all right? If you're a dickhead, you know if you're a dickhead, I'm going to ignore you. I'm ignoring you. Carry on typing. You might as well carry on typing because Manchester... I want to do London. London's on my doorstep, though. You know, like yesterday, got a train back. I had to wait 45 minutes, but I'm only, I don't know, 10 miles from home, really. And London Marathon is definitely the premier one, isn't it? I do agree, Manchester. I know people. They went on the Manchester. Was that on the other week, Manchester? Was it Manchester that week? I'm sure it was Manchester they went and done. Last week before? I'm sure Manchester was only a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Brighton was only 3 weeks ago. I think Brighton was 3 weeks ago. I want to run with him, though. I want to run with him. You're a man. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say I don't want to do it. And, like, look, let's face it, we might get sort of, like, really into it, innit? We might get really into it and then start entering them. But who knows, isn't it? Who knows? I want to do it because, you know, I'm not getting younger, am I? I'm not actually getting any younger. I'm only getting older, like we all are. And like I run tonight, we've done 5 mile odd, no problem at all. I'd like to be able to maintain 10-minute miling, really, which means I should be able to go out and run. You know, for a park run, I should be able to run. 9-minute miling, shouldn't I? Or 8:50 miling or something like that. If I can do that in park run, there's a good chance. You got to put the work in, haven't you? You got to put 63. Yeah. It's well, it's not quick, is it? It's you gradually get older. You lose your fitness. I remember when I was a lot younger, obviously doing 1 hour 28 for a half marathon. I'm like, wow. Yeah, but I don't feel bad. I don't know. It's a latte. Salted caramel latte. I don't feel unwell. All right, Chris. Chris, yesterday. Oh, what a day. What an absolute... Mate, just... I'm watching all the London Marathon stuff and I'm sitting here like in tears. Right, Lee, well chuffed. My son done it 4.5 hours. Well, actually, I lie. 4 hours 30 and 28 seconds. So I am like well chuffed for him. He sent us a video. He went over the line, and he's got his medal, right? And listen to this. He's looked at his phone and gone. He's obviously videoing himself. They put a medal round, and he just done this. He went, yeah. And that to me was like, that's. And I know that feeling. You just like, it's over. And we met him. It's a lot busier though. Last time I done it, it definitely weren't that many people. There's got to be another 20,000 people. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone sponsored him. I really want to do it next year. I'm hoping that the charity, if we get him through the ballot, all and good. If we don't get him through the ballot, then we'll go down the charity route. And as someone tonight I was running with, Andy Vero, running along, and he said, like, if I don't get in, I'm going to buy one. What he means is just like, if it costs you 2-3 grand, he wants to just do another one before he said, I didn't want to do any more, but now I do. I want to do one more. Just ignore him. Schultz, you're not even a person. You're a bit of a dick. But there you go. If you want to be a dick, be a dick. You're an immature person, but that's what you want to be, isn't it? I aspire to being older, isn't it? Just ignore him. If we ignore him, all of us, let's all ignore him. He'll get the hump and he'll go. I'll guarantee it. I dare you, go on. I dare you. Carry on commenting. Knob. Oi, door. Let's call him Door. Oi, Door. Carry on commenting. Oh, you lost your bottle now, hasn't he? Look, he's lost his bottle, hasn't he? He's gone there, look. Mate, let go of it. Stop playing with it and start typing. Come on. But yeah, Chris, thanks for the 20 quid. Appreciative, everyone. He raised £3,800, I believe, which is good for Wessex Teenage Cancer Trust. They have to pay £1,000 for the place. Do you know that? Favourite book? I don't read, if I'm honest. Gary? Your name is Ashley. Okay. Yeah, but it does say Ashley, doesn't it? It says Ashley. Yeah, he but I'll tell you what, honestly, Chris, I rang him up at the start. He had 10:15, and I think I rang him up about 10 to 10. Didn't I don't know what time it was. He didn't answer the phone. I thought, oh. So I rung back a little while later, and he answered. I said, all right, how you feeling? He said, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, just waiting for the toilet in this massive queue. There must be like 500 toilets up there, got to be, or maybe more than that. I think there's rows and rows and rows of toilets. And I was saying to him, enjoy the day. Don't worry about the time. That doesn't matter at all. If anything, ignore your watch. Just run how you feel, and run how the crowd will allow you. And then I had to go. I had to put the phone down because I was going to cry. I just thought, and when you're watching all these people go past, all these hundreds of thousands of people, it's so inspirational. And you see people like, there was one person had, did he? Was he happy with that? Trouble is, it ain't a race, right? The time doesn't matter, but believe you me, the time matters. The time does not matter, but boy, does it matter. I don't know what it is. The time is, and you all have your, I think you have an idea of what you think you're going to do. You've gone and done, 13 mile, and you think, I've done it in 2 hours, I'm going to do that in 4 hours or 4.5, and you never do. You either smash it or you do it a lot less. But I'll see one that had them, them blades. Oh yeah, mate, I can't stop telling everyone. If you've got good things in your life, fucking broadcast it. I don't care what it is. You've got a new car, new job, something like that. My son's done the marathon. You broadcast it, mate. Doesn't people experience time differently? Well, on the thing, do you ever see an upside down house before? One at Brighton? Yeah. Yeah, I was well pleased. But you see all these things, and like now I know all these stories. Like there was the bloke with the fridge. He's doing 33 marathons more. He was either doing 32 or 33 marathons. He's done one today. I now follow him on Facebook, and I want to chip in 20 quid to their calls really, because I see him. And he ran past, and he's got a fridge or air conditioning unit or something on his back. I didn't even think an idiot. I just thought, why has he got that? That's a bit. That's got to be hard work, isn't it? With his shoulders. Imagine this bit here, and then I read their story, and it's really quite a touching. Is it? There's something, two brothers, isn't it? And they've got this FLM or something, or some. I don't know. It's something to do with dementia, isn't it? And they lost their mum through it, and you just think, wow, And I see another, because I'm hunting for them now, searching London Marathon stuff, and there was another one. They must have a camera set up there with TCS London Marathon on the microphone, and you tell your story. And one was like his brother had got stabbed, and he's now he was doing it to raise money for this charity thing that people can speak out. And another one started this. It's called A Reason to Stay, A Reason to Live, or something. A Reason to Stay, rather than go. Inspire yourself. And he started this charity up. And again, I've been following him now, and you just think, these people are, you think what they've gone through, isn't it? What they've gone through, and everybody has had sort of bad stuff going on in their life. We all have, with people losing people, but like that, you imagine some people have had real. I see another one. The bloke up where he was collecting his number, and I've seen this a couple of times come up. He's had cancer 4 or 5 times. You think, oh God, and I'm moaning that my toes are a bit sore. You think, shut up, Gary. What are you on about? You mean don't experience time what in the marathon? Yeah, of course you do. You're going to do you either do better or you do worse. That's the thing, and you don't know, isn't it? You really don't know how you're going to do, especially if it's your first one. And if you've done a few, you then start to get a bit cocky, or you start to think, oh no, I'll do it. All right, mate. You start to think, oh yeah, I'll do that in 4 or 5 hours or whatever. And it's just you against the thing, isn't it? Oh, well, mate, is that Greg? Don't worry about him. Ignore him. Greg, just ignore him. We get more fun out of ignoring him. If we ignore him, it's even better, isn't it? Can you just imagine that? Imagine that. I'm not going to say person. Imagine that is your son or daughter. Imagine that. Imagine how proud his mum and dad are. This is content without content. Content is content. Yeah. Was he happy with time? He was. Yeah, he was. He was happy. I mean, yeah, you're happy, but I'm sure if he said, "Look, I could do 420," he would have rather done 420. Of course, you would. And I suppose it's gutting, like 4:30 and 28 seconds, isn't it? You think, why didn't I just run? And I've always thought that. Why didn't I just run? I don't know. I don't know, another, I don't know, quarter of a minute quicker on a mile, but you don't. You don't, innit? They're going to, they'll turn it off. They'll turn it off in a minute, won't they? It'd be past his bedtime, innit? They'll be like, oh, can you just? I mean, I'm just thinking, people ask you advice and that, and you think some of these people, you think their mum and dad just must be. Maybe their mum and dad have disowned them. Maybe someone come in and said, I've got this pack of crisps, and they've gone, do you want my son? I'll swap him for an empty pack of crisps. Hell, mate, that's about how valuable. Oh, look, he's about as valuable as an empty pack of crisps, isn't he? No, I shouldn't be horrible, really. He can't help it, can he? He can't help it. He's only 4. How am I today? I'm very good. Very proud parent. This weekend was London Marathon, and well pleased what my son achieved. Not just my son, everybody who was running, Bill, and I can't believe them winners. I was looking, the top 6 or top 10 were all. Well, 2 hours 6 was 10th place, and I'm going, that's just crazy. That is crazy. I'm good, thank you. How's your day been? Good, thank you. I've run tonight, so quite good. I had jacket potato for lunch. I've had my sandwiches tonight. Breakfast. Well, I didn't really have breakfast. At about 10:45, I had some biscuits. So I was like, okay. So now I'm not fasting, so I had a white coffee. Then I ate another cake, because why not? Because it was me just being a bit piggish, really. Just eating more. And I had some other cakes as well. And so my diet today, I wasn't really on a diet today. Today, eating all that cake, you know what? That ain't a bad day. No. You know what? I enjoyed it, so it was a good day. Hope you don't mind you saying I'm a handsome guy. Well, it's obviously true, isn't it? It's true, isn't it? Are you still here? Christ, mate, the best bit of you run down your mum's leg, I think. Actually, should we block him? Let's put him on a timeout. You're going on a timeout, mate. Actually, let's put him on a timeout here. Oh, hang on. Before I do that, hang on, the room. How long do you want to put him on a timeout for? How long should we get rid of him for? I can't believe I've met you. When? Back much more than going on. Cocktail. I know. 2 hours? Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? 15 minutes. For life? No, we know better. Little bit of what he does, yeah. Absolutely. That's, I take the view, you can't. I don't think you can demonise cake or crisps. You just say, I wanted them. I think you can say these are high calorie and these are low calorie, and this is sensible calories. But you know, all right, I didn't run yesterday, but we walked all, I don't know how many steps we done. God, you know, getting from this place, that place, then walking here, walking there. I think we need medals going around bloody supporting him. Anyway, and I cycled Saturday night. Yeah, I cycled Saturday night. I done a walk Saturday morning, cycled Saturday night. Didn't do anything yesterday. Just watched all them people and like really jealous of everyone running along. And I've run tonight, so it doesn't really matter really. Well, the right balance, no, there's not such a thing. It's impossible to find the right balance. You know why? I mean, I don't know about you. Maybe you are very lucky and you you don't like have too much, but I just eat too much because I'm just like it. You know, yeah, I'm not. It's. I think you. I just say, look, today was a day I enjoyed that food. Great. I had jacket potato from the can. I've not even bothered logging it. I might tomorrow if I use NutriCheck. Can't really be bothered. I've had 3 packs of crisps tonight. Butterkist. Will I have some more? Maybe. Who knows? I don't really care really. I'm in my don't really care phase. All I care about is running and getting the miles in so I can do a marathon. What's this? Is Mick McCartney? What the heck? What are you on about? Can I crack a dad joke? No, not really. Much more going on here. Bedtime story? No, I can't read. I can't read. I think you have to decide what you want. If you know, with eating and losing weight and maintaining or putting on, you just need to decide what you want. I think you need to go, I really would like to be this weight, and I want to lose this amount per week. And use NutriCheck, I think, if you're in your sort of trying to lose weight phase. But when you get there, maybe take the foot off the gas and see how you go on. Weigh yourself once a week. And if you put it on, go, oh, actually, I need to be a little bit more sensible. How old? 62. Gary is literally Mick McCarthy. What are you on about? I spent years running. I regret not using the time more wisely. What, not running? Well, you didn't have to run, did you? But if you enjoy it, you want to do it, don't you? I don't regret the things I do, really. What's the point of that? Exercise is overrated. Genetic trumps all. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you've got to do it. I believe exercise is a benefit for me. You may not. That's fine. But I'm not going to tell you to exercise, but you don't need to tell me not to exercise. And even if you do, I'm actually going to ignore you because I'm going to do what I want. Well, no, yeah, but you've got to say something, innit? They've got to say something, so they're going to try and make up something, aren't they? I know, I'm pretty sure it's a fact. If you go out walking, yeah, I've got 2 kids. If you went out walking, if you don't do any exercise and you started, say, I don't know, every day, you know, 2 or 3 mile walk, London 27, I don't know, hopefully. Well, I can have a place. I can have a place, definitely. I'm like 98%, 99% sure I can have a place. I think they've realised I'm a bit of a powerhouse when it comes to getting, what does that mean exactly? London Marathon 2027. I can have a place in it with a charity. You've got to raise £3,000, but I'm going to throw a condition in there. I want to run it with my son. I haven't got it, but the person who runs the charity has told me, because they need people to raise money. I mean, I don't know what all the people, they pay £1,000. They have to pay £1,000 per place, which I don't get. Well, it's not the running it. It's can you get in? I've entered the ballot because it's free. I didn't realise it was free. I've never even gone in the ballot before. I didn't really understand it, and I thought, well, I might as well try and get in through the ballot because it's open. But it's probably, I know it might be sold out soon anyway. And I thought, what I'd do, You are the reason you are because of what you eat and what you do. What the heck? Anyway, so I thought, I don't know, and it's free. You just put your name, address, all your details, and you send it off, and it's like it says, "Congratulations, you're in the ballot." You get in July. I think they tell you in July. So in July there'll be probably, I don't know, there's 60,000 people, and I think it's something like 1.1 million people apply for it. You are the reason you are because of what you eat. What the heck? You too. Well, of course you're what you eat. If you eat too much, then you're going to go up, aren't you? Dessert place near my house does banging mango milkshakes. Mango milkshake? Nah. Where are you reading that? What? This is on here. That's YouTube. That's YouTube live. I don't know why I'm doing two. I need to really start just doing one. You know. I quite like YouTube. I think you get to 1,000 and you can monetize it. Don't want to monetize it. It's not that at all. I'm hoping once you get to bacon milkshake. No, bacon sandwich is where it's at. I don't know. I think there's more potential with YouTube, but I don't know. Who cares? I don't give there's potential or not. I just don't really care, mate. I have what I want. I think have what you want. Have what you're not gonna do exactly what you ain't gonna moan about afterwards, isn't it? If you think you're gonna moan that your car's gone down in price, why are you even buying it then? Do not even buy it. If you're gonna moan that you can't stop smoking, don't start. You have to do that. That is it. The end. Five Guys restaurants. I can't go to Five Guys. I hate Five Guys with a passion because went in and it was whatever price. Anyway, next time I went in, it was £20 and 5 pence. I went, well, that's wrong. No, that's £20. I said, that's disgusting. Why? I said, why don't you charge me 22? Well, because it's £20 and 5. I said, but no, it should be £20 or 21 for a burger and chips and a milkshake. He should not. I don't know where the 5 pence comes from. I'm like, whoever's disguised it, I'm thinking 5 pence, £20 and 5 pence. Immediately they do give you, like, because first time I went in, I thought the person serving me must have fancied me. I thought, they'll give me extra chips. I didn't realise they give you a bag of chips and they literally chuck loads of stuff and chuck it in the bag, don't they? And if you want a large one, they just fill up like the carrier bag or your bag full of chips. I didn't know that because I went first time, I thought, cool, I get a lot of chips in here. And the next time I went in, I said, can I have large chips? Is it just for you? I went, yeah. And she said, well, that's for like 3 to 4 people. I went, is it? I said, I thought they just fancied me last time. And she laughed. I said, don't laugh. I'm not that ugly. What's this? Five Guys. What team are you backing for the World Cup? I don't really care, really. I don't follow the World Cup. Keep active, Gary. Oh, yeah, no, I'll keep active, mate. Maybe England went for 2 people. That's £12.60. I went on yesterday. I went to, I don't really go to Subway. Subways all seem a bit dirty, don't they, Subways? They are like a Subway, aren't they? I just imagine there's loads of trains running through, dumping out all the crap out just before you walk in there. It's like, sorry, it's really dirty in here because we have trains coming through. It's a Subway. Anyway, I went in and I had this foot-long thing. She said, well, do you want a foot-long? Do you want it this? And if we cut it in half, it's 2. And I went, God, it doesn't sound confusing. Can't you just do me a foot-long or whatever it is? I said, what's a foot-long? She said, well, it's a foot-long. I went, okay. Well, that's obviously that. And I didn't know what I had. There's all this stuff there. I went, can I just have a chicken? Yeah, have what you want. Do you want extras of this? I go, well, no, not really. That'd do me. And then she put honey and mustard stuff on it, but she cut it in half. And I went, oh. Eat the whole thing. Oh, yeah, I do. I'm a pig. Play any musical instruments? Nah, I'm terrible, mate. I don't do anything. Yeah, anyway, I had that. I bought 3 cookies, 2 bottles of water. And it was like 23 quid. Oh, shit. How much is that? I'm like, how much these people earn? I think my son could afford to go there. I can't. I'm thinking, God, I'm astonished. No wonder everyone's skint. They keep bloody going in these poxy places, isn't it? I go to Blue Water and everyone literally is badges everywhere, and it's literally like, I know, whatever down there, isn't it? Badges here, badges there, badges on their pants. I bet they've got badges on their bloody socks and that, haven't they? Well, I told you it was some sort of like, it was this foot roll, basically, a foot long thing. And then there's loads of types of bread. I went, you just do normal bread, like just a bread. I don't want none of this. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what they are. Rye and this. And I thought, oh God, it's too confusing, isn't it? It's like, oh, I wish the thick count. I want the thick old person's counter. Here, I'll just have a bacon roll, please. That'd do me. Domino's is rate than gold. Rarer than gold. Oh yeah, I bought 2 bottles of water, 3 cookies, and 2 packs of crisps. I think that was it. Because Tesco's was shut. I thought, I'll go to Tesco's. It's like, oh, the shutter's all down. I don't open until 11. I thought, oh, bloody hell. Anyway, what's this? Everyone living on their plastic. Yeah, of course they do, mate. Of course they do. They bosh it down, don't they? It's like, have this, have that. Where am I from? I'm from here. Right here. You're from there. It's sort of quite a lot of money. I'll go to the cafe. What do I have today? Well, this wasn't all mine. I had a BLT, a bacon and egg roll, and I got jacket potato with, I don't know, cheese and beans. Gutted, they put salad in. That ruined my day. Absolutely ruined my day. I had to get loads of serviettes and tip it up and mop up all the juice. It's just nasty, innit? Salad juice, what's that all about? And I got it all on my hands, and I thought, I'm chucking it out, and I got this, and I thought, what am I going to do? And I went like that, and all the juice was going on. I thought, I ain't under them potatoes. I lifted it up, and I'm mopping it all up. I must have got about 10 serviettes to mop it up. I thought, oh God, I can't believe it. Yeah, and he got that, and that was 20 quid, I think. 20 or £19.50, and I thought, that's quite cheap, the calf, really. Simple life. I like a life without people in it, mate. I don't really want people because they just drive you mad, don't they? Those or other. Actually, the nice people are just sort of a bit anonymous, isn't it? They don't really give you any hassle or nothing, and you just get a few dickheads around you, and they just ruin your day, innit? They just drive you nuts, don't they? It's like, go away, you're just driving me mad. You know, I'm not capable of dealing with you dickheads. Go away, please. And the knockers and all that. Oh God. Oh, they're crazy. They're millionaires, aren't they? All the millionaires. It's like going into, I don't know, who's that? Jeremiah Katz Haven. You look after the pussies. You better come to my red room then, innit? I'm not a human. Well, no, I like people, but you just suddenly want to go like that, innit? And they've all gone. I want to be like Bruce Almighty, go like that, and they all just go, innit? You want to put, like, come along. You know when they're yapping like that, you just want to put, hit that button, don't you? Like, boop, and they're paused, isn't it? And it's all like frozen, isn't it? And you just leave them, walk around them, innit? All the dickheads and things. And wouldn't it be good if you go around with a Sharpie, couldn't you, and write dickhead on their head, dickhead? Because they wouldn't see it straight away, would it? I'd love to do that. Have some sort of tattoo on there, like dickhead, or have a void, but they can't see it, innit? All they can see is they can't see it. It just may give them really big eyelids, eyebrows, whatever, so they can't ever see it, innit? And then it just says idiot, just a void. Goose. Are you a queue jumper? Are you like, don't start me on queue jumpers. Bermondsey tube station. I think it's on the Victoria line. Oh, who cares? Who cares? It's a train station. Not on the DLR, but I don't care anyway, whatever. Anyway, it must have taken 15, 20 minutes to get into the station. This queue goes all the way down, and the people, they're just cutting in. We're queuing up, going round the building. These people just queue in. It's like, what the flipping hell? What does London 2027 mean? You know what it was yesterday, don't you? London Marathon, London 2027. Now that's all my goal. All I can dream about is that. You know, now I'm dreaming of like next April. I run tonight. My knee seems pretty good, so that's all right. Done that classic, I'm injured. Yeah, let's run. I'll run through it. Anyway, what's this? You don't jump. Oh, just walk and go elsewhere. Hello there. How you doing? I'm doing all right, thank you. If they can't put enough stuff, I love it. Yeah, I think you don't use the old thingy till, do you? The old, I don't know what you call it, the self-service thing. If we did though, there would be more jobs, wouldn't there? But like, we're all selfish. We're all selfish. You don't care. You really care. You don't care. You ruin everything. All of us. We all ruin everything. Then we moan about it. Imagine if we stuck together. How stupid it is. Us peasants don't stick together, innit? Do not work for Tesco. Well, unfortunately, it's easier though, isn't it? I do use them. Is that wrong? Yes, I agree. But yeah, sometimes I go through the checkout one, but a lot of times I'll just go, oh, but it's easier. Ring it up. They must get a load of stealing though, mustn't they? They must get people. I've heard of this where they get 2 trolleys. You have 2 trolleys, and what you do is they pay for one. I can't believe this. They pay for one. Generally, they put the high value stuff in, and so they go out, and someone brings that receipt back, and it's exactly what's. Oh, God, there's any scam that you can think of. So they do it, don't they? They absolutely do it. Because the first lot's gone, isn't it? First lot of shopping or whatever it is gone. And because you can walk in. This is the thing. You can walk in without anything. You just walk into these places, and you just go out. They just go out. And if they get stopped, they've got a receipt. They've got a receipt for it. I suppose they could go on the camera and say you didn't go through the thing. Although if it's the same person, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they get away with it, because I'm surely they would look at the CCTV and say, well, quite clearly, unless they just give it to someone else, they pay and give that trolley to someone else. I don't know. So if you're walking out, you can go, no, I paid for it. Look, then they wind the CCTV back, and wherever there's a scam, someone will do it, won't they? Yeah, even the girl from last night. Oh, hello. Doesn't make it right though, does it? Really? Something emotional. I watched my son in the marathon. That was really emotional. Made me cry. Seeing him run past, and all them other people makes me really cry. Trust my cat, I'm not human. Your potatoes don't match. Well, you should go. I'd say there's a doctor somewhere who can cure that for you. What are your potatoes? Your nuts or your eyes? Really happy. I am well pleased. Well pleased. What would you have if you had to put your son? What would you do if you had to put him down? What, down, like say you're an idiot, that sort of thing? Put him down? What do you think, he's a cat? No, I've got a human son. I'm not on about like, my cat or my dog or my guinea pig. It's my son. I don't class my cat as my son. You put a person down, do you? If he did something so bad. Why don't you talk about hypothetical? What about if, he won, the Euro Millions the next 100 weeks in a row? That's just as possible as your hypothetical question, isn't it? What about if I'd have won the London Marathon next year and do an hour and a half? I used to say I'm not going to do it an hour and a half. Did he win? What do you mean win? Well, the London Marathon? No, I don't know where he come actually. It'd be interesting to see where he come. He done a good time, and he did walk a little bit, not a lot apparently, that's the secret. Keep going. It's hard though. It's hard because the pain is temporary. Memories are for life. Memories will last forever, apart from when you've got dementia. But what would you do? I'll tell you what. Any potatoes in the marathon? No, there's potatoes in here, mate. There's potatoes online. Their brain is made of mashed potatoes. I think I may have walked 20 miles. Did you do it then? Not gonna lie, I think I may have walked 20 miles. Well, Well, you did. Doesn't matter though, does it? It doesn't matter if you did. It's like, did you get round? You're allowed to walk it. You're allowed to walk it. There's no rule saying how long it takes. And if you finish, I don't know what the last person would be. Yeah, it's probably someone's still doing it now, I would think. But and they finish in St James Park. And they don't take it all down. The main stuff has all gone. They can't leave. They can't leave. They can't leave the mail shut for like days and days, isn't it? 20 mile would have been walking. The resistant. I'm back into running. I'm like now running. I'm obsessed with my running now because of yesterday and wanting to run with my son. We've got I've got this coming up. This Bognor 10K. This was ended a few weeks ago, and I just fancied doing it. Celebrating 30 years, so I don't know if that's 30 years of the Bognor 10K. Might be. I don't know. So I'm still going to the gym, but I'm not. I'm going swimming tomorrow morning. But you got to do. Is there potatoes in Bognor? I don't know. I would have thought so. So yeah, I'm still going. I went to the gym Friday, I think, Friday night. I went to gym Friday night, London, and then I went swimming on Saturday night, actually. I went swimming on Saturday. No, sorry. I went cycling Saturday night. Didn't do anything yesterday because I went up to watch my son doing a marathon. Fresh air at Bognor. Yeah, it should be flat. I think it's along the prom. I've done it before. I can't really remember where it started. I've started in some park somewhere. I can't really remember where it went. Don't matter. I mean, it'd be nice to do maybe if I get a bit of decent training in. I mean, last time was 57, so it'd be nice to do 50. I'd love to do a 50 10K, I suppose. Baked potato. That would be my favourite. But yeah, I've got that coming up, and then maybe we need to do some, don't know, some halves, maybe some half marathons. It'd be good to run with him. And I think like yesterday, I don't know if I wanted to run with him because I think he would have beat me. So I wouldn't want him. You sort of want to run together because it's a long way, 4 or 5 hours. But I don't think you do. I say 100% on resistance. Yeah, but I'm still into my running, aren't I? And I'm happy doing my swimming. I'm happy doing my cycling. I am going to the gym, but the gym will be more like a day off. Fancy having a day off, like tomorrow morning. Oh no, I'm going swimming tomorrow morning. I mean, I could go to the gym, I suppose, but I enjoy my swimming. Morning to the Philippines. No, it wouldn't have slowed me down. I just think, I think. Do you go to the gym with myself? Yes, I tend to take myself. I think I would have held him back, and I think what you should do is, I suppose if you're feeling fed up or down or you're having a struggle, it's good if someone's there to motivate you in it to pick you up. But the problem is, I think maybe you say, well, we'll do 10K. We'll see how we get on at 10K. And if at 10K, 6 mile, if you whoever's feeling strongest must go on. But that's my thoughts, isn't it? That would be my thoughts. I think Jamie, I'll block you in a minute, mate. You're just I don't know, you're a bit weird. You become a bit weird, Jamie. Your first impression is the lasting impression, okay? If your first impression of me is I'm rude, that's the very lasting impression, and you must hold on to that impression. If you have the inability to actually comment something sensible, I have to feel that your age, or the age you want to portray is very young, all right? And I'd say, as a safety measure, we need to not have you in the live because this is maybe a little bit too adult conversation for you. And that's not me being horrible. That's my observation of my first impressions of you. Okay. Remember, your first impressions of everybody is when you meet them, and their words, their actions, and their mannerisms. So that will be your lasting impression of that person, I believe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I held him back or not. I would have, yes, definitely if I'd have done Sunday. Definitely if I'd have done Sunday. Jamie, it's up to you, Louis. Are you going to block me or am I going to block you? You can report the live if you want. If you want to say I've been rude, if you report the live, Jamie, I'll get banned. So if you want to do that, feel free to do it. Let me know you're going to do it. At least say, will I come and try and find you? No, I can't be bothered. But you will have the pleasure of knowing that you've got me banned. So do you want to ban me? What do you want to do? Do you want to ban me? Do you want to block me? Or am I going to block you? What are we going to do, Jamie? We need to move this relationship forward. And communication is always a good thing in a relationship, Jamie. We're having a communication like adults. What do you want to do? Are you going to block me? Are you going to report me? Or am I going to block you? That's the options. You know, you can go quiet if you want. Well, he can report it. If you report it, it gets banned instantly. If he reports it for something, it will get banned. Will it bother me? No. It'll be just like, good, I'll just do YouTube then. So what are you doing, Jamie? Jamie, I would. Jamie, if you got me banned, would I be angry towards you? Why would I be angry? What would be the point of that? You know, I'd say you've benefited yourself by getting what you exactly want out of the live. Because you kept commenting potatoes, and I just don't understand it, mate. You know, you're. Maybe I shouldn't even converse with people. I should just go block. But I think, Jamie, everyone deserves a little bit of a conversation, don't you? You know, do you think you deserve reasoning from me? You know, as my reasons with my thoughts towards you and everybody. I mean, if someone doesn't like me, I need their thoughts as to, I need to know, can I correct my behaviour? What have I done wrong? If you can't tell me that, how are you ever going to expect me to change my behaviour? Well, wait and see, innit? Wait and see. Well, I don't really want to. I mean, I'd rather give everyone a chance, really. I think, even if someone is a bit rude or a bit odd, maybe I sort of hope they change. I hope, can't you just change and be, not like that? Just, it makes the life better, doesn't it? I think so. And because someone said tonight, he said, what'd you talk about? I said, nothing. And my mate heard he done. He just talks rubbish. And I mean, I do. I don't know. I just talk about. So I will talk about stuff that's important to me. Maybe people are interested in what I do, selling me cars, and I don't know, sort of all this sort of stuff. Just become idiots. I know they do. But I give them the option, mate. I say, look, just do us a favour, report me then, innit? Just report it. And they don't want to. I don't think they know what they want. Maybe it's like a lot of people are a bit shy and a bit unsure what to say, so they try and say something to maybe think they're going to impress you. And I really don't understand how someone's asked me about dinosaurs. All I can think is YouTube is the audience are incredibly young, and I'm going. I'd say to any youngster, if you're watching someone online, what are you getting out? Anybody, what are you getting out of that person? Are you getting anything? Is there any benefit to watching them? What knowledge are you getting from someone? Entertainment, yes, but I don't see someone sitting here and chatting is entertainment, like a podcast. Someone said, we should do podcasts. Is it like a podcast? I said, no, because a podcast, you'd have a guest. That's my understanding of podcasts. And I'm like, would I want to sit here and interview someone? Why? What, would you really want me to interview someone? I don't care who they are. Would I really want to interview someone? Who would I want to interview? No one. Even if you said, you could get me to meet Lewis Hamilton, honestly, I'd probably say, no, I don't want to bother. What would I want to bother? Why would I want to meet Lewis? I like Lewis Hamilton. And yesterday, there was Sebastian Vettel. He ran the marathon. He'd done just under 3 hours or just over 3 hours. And I thought, that'd be quite good. I mean, I suppose it'd be nice to say, I used to like you, I used to like your driving, that sort of stuff. But really, I don't know if I even want a picture of him. Because it's like, I got a picture with Lewis Hamilton, but he doesn't know me, does he? Someone who's normal, who's sort of my level, it's better to be friends with someone like that. I mean, not going to be friends with someone famous, but people seem to. Where's Jamie? That's better. Muted him now. He's gone. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really got any heroes, I suppose. And it'd all be a bit fake, wouldn't it? If you met some, like, I don't know. I quite like Carl Cox, but would I want to meet him? No, not really. Ed Sheeran? No. What would I want to meet him for? Don't know. Someone said, oh, you got the chance of meeting Ed Sheeran and interview him. I don't really know him. What am I going to talk about? I suppose unless you're an ultimate fan, innit? You've been a real fan and know what records he's made and where he started. Like you're a super fan, then that's different, isn't it? Because you know, if you was like a super fan of some pop star or artist or someone in the theatre or something like that, or off TV, that'd be different because that is your idol. I suppose I haven't got any idols. I don't want idols because I think. No, I don't want idols. You know, maybe that's an odd attitude. Maybe you say, oh no, I'd love to meet. You know, maybe you've all got someone. You know, maybe you may be into, I don't know, Liverpool football club, or Arsenal, or Manchester United. You might want to see, I don't know, Helen or whatever. I don't know. You might some football. You're like, oh, I really want to see that. I'm Yasmin. Hello. You're back. Okay. YouTube audience tend to be older than TikTok. I don't know. It's just weird. It goes up and down, really. Sad joke saying that you're old. Well, they wouldn't say it to your face, would they? They don't. Generally, people don't say stuff to your face. Would you want to fight them? No. What would be the benefit to like a bit of fisticuffs? Really? Well, there's going to be a benefit. What? Because I'm stronger than you, I can hit you harder. No, that's a bit weird. Let's try and get along. Let's either avoid each other or get along. That's it. I don't understand why I would want to. I know it's a macho thing, I guess, isn't it? It's a bit like, you know, I suppose a bit like Harry Enfield, wasn't it? Harry Enfield, love it. Yeah, I'm considerably richer than you. It just, I don't know. It's. I think there's too much trying to impress people, and you're impressing people with the wrong things. You know, you're impressing people with your strength, how much I can hit you or something. Really, what that would impress me? Really, what I'll tell you what impresses me is, you know, some like, you know, there's been an RTA and they've got the person out, they've gone to hospital and they're fixed. That fascinates me. That is like amazing. You know, modern medical stuff. You think, wow, you know, that impresses me. Nice people impress me, but I'm not impressed by like someone's, you know, really, really expensive car. Does that really make that person look better? Does that make that person look good? I think clothes can, but even clothes, I'm thinking, you know, even if you're wearing a t-shirt, but it's clean, I'm not even worried about rips in it, but if it's clean, if you're clean, your clothes are clean, I don't know, do you look better if you're in, I don't know. Presentation, I suppose, isn't it? It's presentation. But it shouldn't be presentation, it should be the person, isn't it? It's the person, the way they speak, their, I don't know, their mannerisms, their words, their manners, their courtesy. That's the thing that separates nice, you know, worthwhile people from pointless people, isn't it? Hello, Vicky. Am I impressed by you? How can I be? I can't be. It's impossible to be impressed by you because I don't know you. And unless you've ever met someone, even online, could I be impressed with someone? No, it's impossible because I don't know them. I know of them, and I know what their sort of, I don't know, their angle. They all seem to have an angle. Everyone around seems to have an angle, don't they? They want you to, you know, believe them or something. Don't they? Like politicians, they all seem to have an angle, don't they? And online, it all seems to be people seem to be, I don't know. You know, what are you impressed by someone? You know, what are you impressed at? Yeah, well, be honest then. If you literally, I don't know, you meet someone, what impresses you? What are the things that stick in your mind about that person? What's that? All right. Yeah, all right, Kieran. Mate, I'll tell you what, I've been looking today at all the videos And there was a thing. There was a. It was at the end, and there's a microphone. It says TCS, like London Marathon, 26 or something. There's a microphone. They've got a camera there, and people tell their story. And there was one bloke. He started this. It's called A Reason to Stay. And it's basically a website, and I don't know. I'm not sure if you can get help or you can tell your story or something like that. And it's to stop people expiring themselves. And you know, and I followed him. I follow him now. And also I follow them. You know, the ones who had he had the fridge on his back, didn't he? Him and his brother run, and he had I don't know what they've raised, but he's doing 32 marathons or 33 marathons. He's done another one today, and you think, God, you know, well, but you read their stories, and it's quite sad. It's upsetting, really, isn't it? You know, like someone that to me, that makes me feel not worthless, but I think, wow, that person has gone through so much, and you know, what good people that do good people, isn't it? Good people are my type of people, really. Cheers, Kieran. How legit they come across. Well, yeah, but it's true, isn't it? You know, we think, you know, I suppose, I think if I had untold money, you know, say you won the Euro Millions or something like that, you literally had the money to buy literally anything within reason. You know, I think you should buy the very things you dreamt about. You know, it could be that flat in New York, or it could be, you know, flying a jet or something or whatever. And I'm going, but I don't really know. There's nothing I've ever dreamed of owning, I suppose. And I sort of think, I'm sure if I drove a McLaren or a Lamborghini or something, I'm sure they're beautiful. I'm sure they go like that and pop, pop, pop. And, you know, it looks the part. But the car looking the part, I don't see how that makes me the part. It makes me a part, I think, maybe. I suppose as well, if you're literally buying it cash, if you're buying it outright with your debit card, or you go into Lambos and you do, I'm going to do a bank transfer for the 275k, bosh, straight in their account. Yeah, that's pretty good. But I wonder how many people, I don't know. I wonder. It's what you're into, isn't it? If you're into cars, I suppose you would understand it. I'm not into cars. I like cars. I do like them sort of cars. I look at them and I think, oh, look at that Porsche. I don't understand them though. You know, you see some of these Porsches and they're like, I don't know. You see one and it's like, say, I don't know, 68 or 72 or 85 grand or something, and then another one's like 270. And I think, what's the difference? It just looks pretty similar, but I don't understand it. I'm sure someone can say, oh, but that's a GT3. It's got the carbon disc. It's got this. It's got that. Like Bugattis. I've never seen one, but I'm sure they're beautiful. But I don't know. Would I be any happier if I had one? I don't think I would really, but who knows? All right, mate. How are you? If I won a lot of money, I'd have a lot of people, you know, expired. I'd have a big fence put round me, and I'd have all my security carrying the fence with me. And I'd want to go in one of them chairs, you know. Okay, I won't want a car. I want one of them chairs, but I want their arms to be really sort of suspension like, you know, because I don't want to be like shook up and down. But I'd want one of them. That's what I'd want. So that I'd get a horse and cart. And I'd put the plug up its arse and plug it in overnight because it'd be electric. I'd get a buzz out of doing all the things everyone would say, I wouldn't do that. Because everybody's an expert. Even I'm an expert on what you should be doing. You should all be exercising. And you shouldn't eat too much sugar. I can, but you shouldn't. Yeah, go to your doctor. Your doctor's having a cigarette. He's got a whiskey in his hand. And he's massive, and he's saying, "Oh, you want to cut down the fags?" And "Oh, you look like you've had too many pork pies." Most people would go, "I can't believe it. I can't believe it. My doctor is the size of a house. He was drinking a pint of whiskey. He had 6 cigarettes on the go, and he's telling me I've got to pack up. I can't believe it. How dare he tell me that?" And I guarantee people would say that, wouldn't they? They would be, I can't believe my doctor. He's not following the very things he's telling me to follow. But you know that it'll make you live long if you do. Oh, yeah, but that's not the point. That's not the point. We don't like being told, do we? When you was young, you was told to clean your teeth. When it was like, I ain't clean my teeth. Do your homework. And then when do you leave it? I weren't that bad. I used to do my homework, not the last week. I used to do it maybe the third or fourth week. I'd have a couple of weeks off. Then I'd just crack on and get it done. And I always used to think, why didn't I do it a week? Why didn't I do it the first week? Hello, Jamie. Why didn't I do it the first week? But you don't. And every time I'm late, I always think, why didn't I leave 10 minutes earlier? I wish I was at this traffic lights 10 minutes earlier because I'd be on time, or I'd be 5 minutes earlier. But I don't. And you just, I don't know. We're all odd. We're odd creatures, aren't we? But yeah, going back to cars and that, I do like them sort of cars. I look at them and I think, you know, they do look very nice. But then, what do I want? What do you want out of life, isn't it? What are the things you want, I suppose? And I suppose if you've never had that, being affluent to buy all these things that we're aspiring to, and really I should be aspiring to not going to my doctors, really. I'm all right, thank you. I should be aspiring to, you know, getting the London Marathon, really, and not, I don't know, just looking after myself and my things. Although I do agree, yes, if you get a new car, it's nice. You've had your old car, I don't know, 5-10 years or something. When you get a new car, it's all, I don't know, got more toys and more stuff on it. So it's exciting, isn't it, getting something new? But I don't know. I'll do it on the night. Isn't it weird though? Isn't it weird? If you've done it, it's just. I used to employ this bloke, right? I want to make memories now. You do, innit? Like yesterday. If you think about it, like yesterday. Yeah, yesterday for me, Lamborghini or yesterday. Now I'm going. It's got to be yesterday. Yesterday has got to be much better than a Lamborghini, surely. And where are you going to go? Where'd you go? There's too many speed cameras now. I agree. If we went back, I don't know, say 40, 50 years ago, when I was, you know, 17, if I was 17, 18, and I had some, like when I had my Lotus Cortina, no speed cameras, nothing. You didn't even have to have tax. You could just drive along, and unless you got stopped and you went, yeah, I'm going to go and get the tax. I'm on my way to get the tax. Yeah, but you're in Margate. Yeah, I know, but I like the bar. I fancy the girl working there, so I come to Margate to get my tax. But you could do whatever, couldn't you? Now there's too many cameras, isn't there? Too many cameras. We are literally CCTV'd everywhere. Who's my favourite psychiatrist? I don't know. The one who can sort my mind out, which there isn't. Anybody can sort my mind out. My mind's shot. It's gone. It's over. My mind has unfortunately left the room. my mind. I feel like I've had an out of body experience. Just my mind left. That was what it was. My mind went. My mind. Actually, my patience and putting up with idiots. It went a long time ago. Which, you know, my doctor said you've got to be careful. You've got dickheaditis. I said, what's that? I mean, he said, you just can't stand dickheads. I went, oh, okay. I said, is there any cure? He went, no, just don't hang around them. I went, oh, okay. So that's why I like blocking people. Damn, you can't read. I know I can't. I'm convinced I'm dyslexic. I'm convinced. Because I do our bookwork. I can imagine me doing the bookwork. And I'll reconcile, and then all of a sudden I'll get it down, I reconcile, it's completely out. And I think, how's that work? And what it is, I'll put down, say like 73, I'll put 37. And you're trying to find it, and then you find it in the end, but it makes it hard work. And you think, how did I? And it almost, when I see it, when I found it, it's almost like suddenly they're in letters this big, in bright red, with arrows going, this is what's wrong. And you go, oh, but you can't see it at the time. Physicist, I don't know what that is. I can't even read it. Who's your favourite scientist? I don't know, scientist. What, can you imagine me? What, like looking at scientists? Mate, I'd rather look at, I don't know, sort of scantily clad women. Well, not really. No, I'd rather look at motorcycles actually, and London Marathon. And then I'd rather look at runners. Yeah, London Marathon. Some of them women as well. God, they wear some very skimpy stuff when they run, don't they? Leaves nothing to the imagination. You know, you just the stuff they wear. I mean, it was like I don't know. Some of them, it was like they weren't worth even having anything on. They weren't that hot. I mean, bloody hell. But yeah, no, I haven't really got a favourite psychiatrist. Maybe I need to go. Paige Female. I don't know really. Sam Fox, I suppose. Linda Lusardi. She was another one, wasn't she? Linda Lusardi. Do they still do the page 3 thing in the Sun? Don't know if they do or not, really. Probably not allowed to do it now, are you? Probably would be, you know, you'd be like banned. Maria Whittaker. Don't know. Don't know. I'm trying to think who that is. You studied what? I studied in Trinity. Mate, you're always too intellectual. I didn't study at all. I messed about at school, which is ridiculous. Imagine that. You've got this place, you can go for free. They teach you stuff, and you go, I hate being here. And I love now online, isn't it? Oh, it's all like, oh, the education system's broken. Nah. I think if you're like me, you're broken. You messed about. What a fool. What a fool messing about where it was absolutely free. You probably lived at home and you had your cooking done and your washing done and you didn't even pay any rent. Imagine that. No rent. And all you had to do was go to school to learn stuff and you messed about and you think, imagine you could do this again. Imagine you could literally go back. You would. The only trouble with studying, I know a few people, and they've got this qualification, then they get a degree, then a bachelorette or something. Well, bachelors, I call it a cup of soup. They've got a cup of soup, but they literally. I've got one mate, John, and he feels to me like he is constantly learning. It's like I don't know why he don't just become an estate agent and just do nothing but just earn loads of money and go and buy loads of stuff instead of poncing beers off everyone at the club. And I'm like, I don't get that. I don't get that literally constant. I agree every day's a school day, you should learn, but I mean at some point you've got to go, I'm gonna put my skills to use. It's like going and working somewhere and you're literally an apprentice. No, I want to be an apprentice for the rest of my life because I want to learn all the time. No, I want to learn so then I can go and do the same things and I can charge for it, innit? If I could do it again, I'd advocate for myself more. Really struggle at school. But did you ask for help though? You know, did you sort of say to your mum and dad, look, can you help me? I mean, I was quite lucky. My mum and dad were together. Till they died, actually. They don't listen. I didn't listen. Can you tell? You can't tell them. My son is 70. Left school last year. Told him it would be the best part of his life. I thought it was talking rubbish. I think he's now realises. Yeah, but you don't listen. You don't listen because you think you know better. When you're young, you know it all. We all look. Let's face it. We all knew it all, didn't we? And then it's like we're in some sort of like utopia, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, I know it all. You know, and you can go out on your push bike or you go out on your moped or something, and you just at some point, it's been responsible as well, is it? It's that the moment you go out and you've got to pay for the gas, you've got to pay your gas. The boiler breaks down. It's like, you know, it's not like you're without. And how hard done by you were. Imagine that your dad didn't get the boiler fixed for about 3 days, and how much was you moaning because you wanted? And how much did you moan about that shirt? You know that shirt that was like super important. You had to have that t-shirt or a jumper or them jeans or something. That you had to have them to go out, and they were in the wash. How hard done by were you? How did it ruin your week? It ruined your year, didn't it? I remember my mum telling me you will miss school when it's over. Didn't believe it. It's true. Too right. Mum thought for me or so. It's hard, isn't it? I think we're all like that. You learn quickly. You know, when you got to pay the bills, isn't it? The bills come through, and it's like, what's that? I remember my dad. Because I always used to moan it was cold, and when I got my own, my rule in my house, not now, I'm tight now, but my rule when I must have been well flushed for money. My rule was, if it's snowing outside, I want to walk around in my pants. I want to be that hot. I want to walk around in my pants. And I did a little terraced house. I love my first little house. I absolutely loved it. I still got it. It's up the road. Absolutely loved it. It was always quite a warm little house. And my mum and dad come to babysit when my daughter's now 35, so it would have been 36 years. Oh no, not 36. She weren't even here, but she'd have been 2 or something. And my dad was. I'd left the heating on. I wanted to cook my dad. That's what I wanted to do. I thought they're going to come in, they're going to experience heat now, heat like they've never known. And my dad had to sit outside in the garden, it was too hot. And my mum wouldn't let him open the windows. No, the baby will get cold. I said, well, just open the windows. And that was all because he went, it's too hot in here. I went, no, well, it is. I've done that because I told you. Because he always said, when you get your own bills, you won't turn it on. And I did. I thought, no, I saved that. You saved my bills. You've got a tenner for gas, tenner for electric, and tenner for the telephone. Every week, put 30 quid away. Every week, without fail. 30 quid. And he always had excess. Always seemed to have excess. A tenner a week. Tenner a week for gas. What are you paying now? But that was everything, wasn't it? What's that? The first wage was 35. I think my kids, especially, it's too easy come, easy go. Your fault. I ain't going to be horrible, but I'm going to say spot on, mate. It is your fault because you. And I don't mean it in a horrible way because you've acknowledged it. You've gone, it's my fault, and it is. You made it hard. I mean, I will say my kids. To be fair, I love them to bit. My son and daughter, and they've never borrowed any money off me. Always pay it back. They're great kids, They never give me any hassle at all, and I do appreciate it. I mean, I suppose me moaning at them as they've sort of, they're quite good with money. And I'm really pleased. Because I hear some people and their kids are always like, I had to lend them 200 quid. I've had to bail them out. This has happened, that's happened. And they seem, some of them seem like, I don't know, just thick. You think, what, they've done that? You're like, yeah, I know, can't believe it. I don't know, you need to be horrible in a way. You need to be really horrible, don't you? You say like, you need to give your kids a bit of karma. The thing is, the more you sort of bail them out, or the more stuff you do, the harder you make it for yourself, isn't it? When they're young and you let them, leave that then, you think it's like, no, you want to make them eat it, innit? And if they don't, save it for the next day, innit? Cook it again for the next day. I mean, if it goes off, tough, innit? Well, if you eat that and it's got mould on top, you scrape it off. Your nana scrape it off for you. I'm a bad parent, by the way. Don't ever listen to me. But, we all make mistakes, don't we? I mean, I do know it's take for granted to get there. Well, we do, I don't know. I want to send you. now you're on your own. It's like freezing, isn't it? You got it on like, I think the coldest you got in here, because I don't worry about putting my heating on. I will if I'm cold. If I'm cold, I'll do it. The only thing is, I sort of, I don't know, you get in and go to bed, it's like, what's the point of having it on? And you get up in the morning, I don't know, 5 o'clock, and if I'm going swimming at 6, I can't see the point. I'm going to get back from swimming for like an hour and a half, and have it at 22 degrees when I'm not even here. If I'm in all the time and I'm cold, literally, if I was here on a Sunday and just here, I'd have the heating on. If it's cold, I would have the heating on. I don't want to be cold. Don't go above 18. Stuff that, mate. Get it right up. Oh, I've got Hive. I love it. I had Hive fitted. And it was great because I knew when they went up. We used to have arguments. I said 21 was hot enough. I thought 21 was more than hot enough. But they wouldn't have it. And I said, well, wear a jumper then, isn't it? Love Muppets. Don't know, really. Don't go back. Can you count my hair? No, I ain't got any. It's gone. You know what they say though? That's because I'm a love machine, mate. That's what that's all about. It's all that banging on the headboard. That's why I've got no hair. Do I love Muppets? No, you get enough of them on here, mate. I think we all do it. Them young, anyone who's still at home, thinks you know it all. We've got any youngsters in the house? We've got any know-it-alls in the house that are like, yeah, I know everything. Or we've got any ones that think they know everything, but they thought they knew everything and now they don't. Have they come has there only been any realizations? Any sort of, is it epiphany? What's an epiphany? I don't know. Probably made that up, haven't I? They've had did come and shine a torch in your face and you went, oh yeah, now I see the meaning of life. What is the meaning of life? Don't know. I mean to live. I mean to live. I mean to love my life. Yeah, I don't like responsibilities. Responsibilities are not a good thing, are they? You know, I just want to be irresponsible, really. I want to be irresponsible in a fun way, in a not horrible way. And I want to think about me a lot. I can't think about other people doing nothing, don't I? Hello? Oh, I'm going in a minute. I'll pass them going, because I'm going to go to bed. Swimming tomorrow. Running tonight. Amazing, my knee seems fixed. And I'm like, how's that work? It was hurting all day, all yesterday. Gone for a run, about a mile and a half later, it didn't hurt. I thought, what's that work all about? No cakes or biscuits? No. I had quite a lot of work today. Today was like, if you was on a diet, today would be the day you go, well, I'm not going to go back to Slimming World. I've ruined it. I haven't ruined it because I don't really care. And I don't know, Stefan's brought some in. And his mum made these like, I don't know, like hobnobs. But they're like, I don't know, sort of like the flapjack type thing with loads of chocolate on the top. MJC Kitchens, all right, mate. How are you? So it was about I don't know, about 10:30. I couldn't even wait to tea break. And I thought, I fancy one of them. So I had it. I thought, oh, really like that. So later on, I had another one, and then another cake. Can't even think what they were. I can't think. Oh, Eccles cakes. I had 2 of them and 2 of them other biscuits. I wouldn't even know how many calories are in them. No idea. You know, NutriCheck would just say like, you've given up now, haven't you? You've ruined your whole year because you've eaten too many cakes. No, they're not big bags. I had 3 of these. I've had 3 of these, but these are only 60 calories, 61 calories. So 3 6s are 18. What else did I have? I had my sandwiches and all them cakes. Because they was in the past, that doesn't count, does it? Yeah, whatever you have, it doesn't count in the future, all right? That's... When you wake up in the morning, right, the plan for the day should be do exactly what you want to do. Do exactly what you want to do with your money, your eating, your attitude, your voice, everything, right? But keep in mind, what's the goal you had? What's the goal? I think you want to set realistic goals, but they mustn't be too rigid. You must, if you're too rigid, I think you'll give up. Here he is, Khan's business partner twice. 3 times. Pat, have you just discovered copy and paste? Revolutionary, innit, mate? You're a bit of a dickhead. You only even put a full stop at the end. Pat, what a dickhead. Pat, hurry up and report the live. I want to go. I'll go report it. Get me a 2-week ban. I'll have 2 weeks off then. Dried fruits and snacks. Just ordered a bunch of dried fruit for snacks. Gonna order freeze-dried fruit. Is it hard to eat beans and toast for breakfast? Don't know. What about beans on toast? Beans, what's that? Beans in toast? Beans and toast? What, like separately? Don't know. Not really. You just eat them. Dodgy dealer, you get banned anyway. Pat, report me. Come on, mate. Do us a favour. Report me. Are you going to report me? You got the bottle to do it or not? Go on, Pat. Come on. Let's wheel Pat on. There's 10 of you in here. Come on, Pat. Pat. Pat, 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 Pat. Sounds a bit of a prat, really, doesn't it? Pat, Pat, the prat. Some weird questions. Tell me about it, mate. Angry. You know, the classic. A lot of people. Do you know what it is? They're really jealous of me. I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. If you're ever so slightly younger than me, if you're 50, you're jealous of me. I'm going, well, you're jealous of someone who's 12 years older. Really? What? My understanding of numbers and age, the bigger them numbers are, the more chance I've got short a bit of time. And I'm going, if you're 30 and you're bitter that my dad has died and I've got the business, I'm going, wow. I mean, I wouldn't be bitter at that. Not if you still got your mum. What, you're bitter at me if you still got your mum and dad? Wow, that is crazy, isn't it? That is crazy. But there you go. Well, I don't really care if people report me now. It's good. It gets me off my phone, actually. Grace is scared. I don't know. How's old little still scamming old girls? Pat, are you going to block me or not? Pat, you dislike me. You've made that very clear. I mean, I could make it up. What I should start doing is making out that you've called me, innit? But I'm not like that, Pat. I'm not vindictive like you are. Pat, you seem to be excited that I'm engaging with you. I don't get it, Pat. Tell you what, Pat, I'll have a deal with you. Pat, we don't want to go on. We don't need to resolve this, all right? Pat, I'm going to ignore you. Does that sound fair? I don't ghost people, Pat. I've talked to you tonight. It's very hard. If you comment, Pat, it's almost impossible for me to not comment. I'm telling you now, because not to defend myself, but I think you should always apply to everyone, even a troll. But I'm going to try my damnedest to ignore you now. Not block you. I'm going to try my damnedest to ignore you. Because I personally think that will benefit me. That will make me feel smugger. How does that sound, yeah? You can be smug by slagging me off. But I'm going to try to do that. Maybe I shouldn't tell you what I'm going to do. But I think that's unfair, Pat. I think that's like me giving you some IKEA furniture without the instructions. That's a very naughty person. And me not to tell you what I'm going to do and be very clear, that's very naughty of me. And I think naughty people are negative. And I like positive. How's that sound, Pat? Pat, you must be out of type. Do you think that sounds fair or unfair? Or are you saying, oh, but Gary, you need to talk to me. I mean, you need to tell me what you want. I mean, I'd prefer you to say, no, Gary, you're spot on. Just ignore me. So what? Who? Michael who? Are you thinking of joining who? Joining who? Do I own a pub? No. What do I want a pub for? That's what, no. But I need to tell them. I think it's better for me because it gives me content. That gives me something to do. It's very hard for me. I'm telling you now, it's almost impossible for me to ignore someone. I'm getting better at it. You lot are my therapists. Right. You lot are my therapists. Now, how can I ignore? What's the best way? What should I do? You know, when I want to ignore someone, because I think, do you think ignoring someone, this is to YouTube and TikTok, do you think if I have the ability to perfect it, it will be far more annoying for the person? What do you think? Well, no, I don't really need to get out of this episode. I need to know what would you do? You know, because I think if you get ignored at some point, there's no point talking, is there? There's no point talking. At the moment now, what he's doing is he's just typing the same thing. Because what they do, they think that takes over the live. It does, but how do I do it? Yeah, but I quite like saying to them that I'm going to, what I'm going to do. And I also quite like ask them to block me. Or not block me, report me. Because no one ever does. I don't know what it is. They ain't got the bottle to do it. I don't know why. Yeah, but it's odd, isn't it? You know, why wouldn't you think blocking would be better? Maybe I need to say, oh, look, please don't block me. I need some advice. Maybe people can message me advice on, and maybe I can have a session. Maybe we can have a session. Maybe we need to introduce other people onto the live who can help me through this pickle. Yeah, I know I do. I told you. I find it. I mean, I can probably go down to 60 kilos. I can cut down all my food. I can do loads of running. I'm really motivated on some things, but I just find it so hard. I find it so hard to ignore them. And I think it is a bit of a banter, a bit of messing about, but I do find it hard to ignore them. Davey, don't. The worst thing is, actually another thing I've found. What happens is someone's horrible to me. You lot sort of almost gang up on them and start. I was like, no, let me have the beef. See if I can kenko them. If I can't roast them, well, they might win. And isn't it weird? It's not winning or nothing, is it? It's not winning. And I'd rather just chat to someone normally, like you, David. I spoke to you about the marathon. You've done marathons. To me, that's like, yeah, you're a top geezer. Loads of people. I think they're all top geezers, you know. Engagements, yes. Well, I don't really need more engagements, but I do fall into that trap. I told you, because I find it impossible to. I think even someone being rude, you shouldn't ignore them. You know, you should respond to people, but you know, I don't know. They don't even know what they want, do they? Generally, people don't know what they want online, innit? They don't know what they want from someone. And I don't get that, you know. Surely, if you're going to do something, you know, what's your reason for doing it? And if you don't like, the trouble is, as you say, they just want someone to talk to them, innit? And they probably feel, oh, that Gary, he spoke to me, and it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go in a minute, literally. Well, I'm going now, actually. So I'm going to say good night, because it's getting late, and I want to be in bed by 11 o'clock. So I'm going to say good night. Thanks for watching. I promise, I promise to try harder for the good people that come in my lives to ignore. I think I'm going to say, right, all you good people that watch me, right, it's for you to tell, and I have to listen to you to tell me to ignore them, all right? You need to say, Gary, come on, mate, you need to ignore them. You need to. I'm on help. I'm begging for help, because it's a problem. And if we share it, do you know what? A problem shared is a problem halved. How does that sound? And maybe we can be very smug with our sort of like feeling smugness. How about if we go for maximum smugness? The nice people. We can have some real smug times. Ignore sharing. Yeah, true. But we'll wait and see. I'll bet one little story before I go. I think it was on TikTok. At a point, and literally there was, I don't know what, it must have been bots or something, and they were commenting literally constant. Literally, as soon as I went live. And it must have been someone, and I blocked them, because what happened, we managed to work out who it was, who the accounts it was. And I had loads of people that were moderators. I had about, I don't know, say 60 or 70 moderators, and it was great. It was almost like they come in and we were and like literally commenting, bam, 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 bam. And it was great. It was a bit of fun, really. Sometimes I'll just leave the phone on, put it in the window, just turn it on. And they start commenting. When they realise you're not even there, they just go. They would just go. But that was a mad time. That was literally mad. It felt like there was, and they said, oh, we got thousands of accounts. And I thought, but they've gone now. They've just disappeared. Maybe I've just actually blocked the right person. Chrissy, truth teller, bloody long time, no see. Chrissy, are you there? Say hello if you are. I've got some news. He must have his teeth, did he? Right, listen to this, Chrissy. Liam done the marathon yesterday. I'm A bit all over the place. A bit all over the place. Liam done emotionally. Maybe I'm female. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, listen to this. Liam, my son, done the marathon yesterday. Done London Marathon yesterday. He raised £3,800, 3,400, but he's got about 400 quid. Not just giving, is it the tax thing? Can't think what we call it. Anyway, he's raised all that money and he done it in 4 hours and 30 minutes. And, you know, I'm actually quite chuffed at this. I rang him at the start, just to say, you know, enjoy the day, you know, like, you know, fuck the watch, excuse my language. Don't worry about the watch. Just do what you want to do. Run how you want to run. And I was just chatting away to him, and I said, look, I've got to go. And you know what? I had to go because I was going to cry. And I've been watching all the London Marathon stuffs on TikTok, and do you know what? I'm like, just so. We see the bloke with the fridge. You probably see that. It's two brothers. They got something to do with dementia. They've lost their mum to it. I don't know, whenever it was, a long time ago. I just thought, it's weird. What's he got a fridge on his back for? I didn't really know because I didn't follow their story. I follow them now, and he's doing 30 odd marathons. But him and his brother have got the gene as well, and you pass it on to your kids, don't you? And there's so many inspirational stories, and just watching them, Chrissy, you know, it was just like, oh wow, you know, when I give him a hug at the end, and I'm like, oh, you know, I've got to get out of here for a minute. And I went and made out I was going to ring someone. And so I shook his hand and said, I'm going to try and ring Paul. I just wanted to get away from him, you know, just get away. I didn't want to cry in front of him. Don't need to cry in front of him, do you? Your mum has dementia. Mate, I tell you what, I don't know, I don't envy you. I don't envy you, mate. What was the purpose of the fridge? I think it's just to be different, so that you couldn't not notice him. And he was really good. He'd be coming along and say, go on, like that. You know, get the crowds to cheer him on. Because I've done a few Londons, and do you know what? The crowds definitely, and the sound systems at Canary Wharf, they had this sound system there. It was like mental. And Joel Corey, I think it was Joel Corey, was down the embankment. I didn't know. I'd have walked down and see him. Well, I don't know him, you know, but it's just to be different, isn't it? And it had a barcode or QR code on it. I think you could scan it. I don't really know. I don't know whether maybe, and if he didn't have that, he would just be a normal runner, wouldn't he? Which you wouldn't. How would you spot him? And that's something to do, you know. And I don't know how much he's raised. You know, I now follow them on TikTok. And there was another bloke who done this. It was called A Reason to Stay. And it's like, if you're struggling with mental health and this, rather than expire yourself, it was like a letter. I think you can do a letter or something. You send a letter in or something like that. You tell your story online anonymously or that sort of stuff. All right. How are you? All right. See you later, mate. See you later. Sorry, this is what happens. And then I see someone I know, and then I start telling them about, oh yeah, my great. Not FLM. It was something like that. You need to. I can't think. There's two brothers, but I don't know what it is, mate. I don't know what it's called. And his brother didn't run with him. His brother ran as well. But I suppose it's just to try and make to be different, isn't it? Really. And he got interviewed on the telly a couple of times. And, you know, he was sort of telling his story about, 38 years ago. And it's not just him, loads of it. And when my mum done the Race for Life, and like that, they give you a bit of card or something, and it says, I'm running for, and, people would have like my mum or my dad or, John or whatever. These are people that have passed away through cancer, isn't it? Because Race for Life, I think, is not Imperial Cancer. It might be Imperial Cancer, I don't know. And I think they still have them, but it used to be 5K, but I don't know if it's just, it used to be just women, but I don't know if it's men now as well. I don't know. But yeah, there's so many inspirational stories. Like you, mate, I just, hats off to you. Dementia's so cruel. it's you know what, it's like this is what I thought of it as. It was like, it's like your mum, but someone else is in there. And I don't know, it's just horrible, isn't it? It's horrible. Why is your EV group private? I don't know, it just is. The trouble is, if it's public, then you can get anybody comment on it, I think. I don't know. You know, if you don't like that, I would say don't join it, personally. So sad, isn't it? I mean, I went round and, you know, and I had to look after my mother-in-law, and, you know, my wife said, oh, would you can you look after my mum and that? No, I don't play golf. And I said, yeah. And she must have asked me the time, I don't know, 300, 500 times. And she didn't really know who I was, you know. Oh, it was set like that. I don't know. I mean, I've got a for sale group, and that is like that. I wish I could make that public, but I can't. It's 40,000 people on that one, but I can't. Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't being rude. It's just I thought, you know, he was like, oh, I don't really want to join because, you know, whatever. It's just set like that. I don't know. Maybe it could be public. I don't know. I don't know really, mate. I've sort of not lost interest, but I still, obviously, I run it and that, like the EV, my sort of the website and all that sort of stuff. I find it a bit frustrating. I've got a classified EV website, and you say to people, well, if you're going to sell a car, put it on there, and what I'll do, I'll promote it. But you know, no one wants to put them on there. I don't know if it's they don't like me, which is I don't care really. You know. What do you think of the group then? So what do you drive though? I saw you during the London Marathon. Did you? Why don't you say hello then? She says her mum is over, does she? It's horrible, isn't it? This sounds really horrible. When they're really bad, it's just nice when the person goes. That sounds really horrible, doesn't it? Sounds really, because you think you want to fight for them, but sometimes I think you have to realise, you know, it's not, isn't it? Really. Yeah, life is, you know, this is why I don't understand trolls and being horrible to people. You know, you think life is pretty short, and you listen to some of them stories of the London Marathon yesterday, and you think, you know, well, you're being horrible to someone online. I don't understand it. You were with someone during the marathon, right? It looked like he was your younger brother or something. Well, where though? Where did you see me? Because we was at quite a few places. So whereabouts? You say you see me during. I saw you during the London Marathon, by the way. But where did you see me? Where? Where was the location? And if anything, I wasn't with any males at all. It was my wife, my daughter-in-law, her friend, and my granddaughter. Oh, and would have been my brother-in-law, and it would have been my sister-in-law. So I don't know. Where did you see it? Oh, right, okay. Ionic 5. Okay. It's a pretty good group. I mean, I started it, I don't know, 2013, 2014. I saw you in the ground posing for a photo with some guy. You saw me in the ground? Was I in a grave? maybe they went, oh look, he's crying too much, let's get rid of him. Let's chuck him in the Thames. Hang on, you don't mean you see my picture? No, he's probably seen the picture I put up of me and Liam, where I'm sort of like standing beside him, I've got my arm around the back of him, and, you know, we're just standing for a picture. Do you mean that? Or was you actually there in Horse Guards Parade? I wouldn't be impressed if you see me anyway. I wouldn't think, wow, I've seen Gary. It's like, believe you me, your day will not be any better. And if you come and say hello, I bet those bits I've seen you. It's like, would you say hello? No. Why not? What do you think I'm going to do? It's all right. There's a few dickheads in there. There's another group. It's called UK EV Drivers, and they don't like me at all. They don't like me. I don't care, because they're and I like it. People send me stuff. People know my number and they WhatsApp me, stuff. And I'm going, I don't understand why they don't like me. I don't understand why, but I don't really tell you. You know what it feels? It feels like groups. It's a bit like you're not allowed to promote another group. If you started up a group for your Ionic and you said, "Oh look, I've got this group. Can I promote it?" I'd go, "Yeah, why not?" If you're in my group, I don't own you. You're just a person in my group. But people, I think it's a power thing, isn't it? It's a bit of a power trip. They think, "Oh, I've got all these followers." No, you haven't got followers. They're just people that follow you, and they're not yours. They're just people. I'll tell you a little story. I don't know, quite a long time ago, I had this, I don't know, someone asked for pictures and someone put a picture of I think it was a Cocker Spaniel, but it was a puppy. It was so cute. And it had his paws on the steering wheel of a Zoe looking out the window. And I thought, do you know what? Electric cars are boring, aren't they? I'll tell you what, send me your pet pictures and we'll have them up. So we put pet pictures. Oh my God, they was all whinging. This is ridiculous. It's like, well, fuck off then. I don't care if it's ridiculous. I think, do you know what? I look at a little kitten, or some people would have a lizard. One bloke had this cat, this big fluffy cat, right? And what did he do? He was a rescue cat. And someone, listen, how could you do this? Someone had put this cat into paint, into a bucket full of paint. I'm like, oh, why could they do that? So I started having the pet pictures. I said, no, we don't have EVs, it's pet pictures now. And the header picture was pet pictures. It's your resistance journey very, what, close to my heart. Well, I hope my heart keeps going. But anyway, yeah, so we had, stop interrupting me, I need to tell the story. So we had pet pictures. I need to do that again. And I should say, right, we're going to put up, I need to put a picture of my son, because quite a few people in the group did sponsor him. And like the octopus thing, if you use, I don't know if you know, but if you use the octopus code that I've got, I get 50 quid, you get 50 quid, and I save mine up. And we've given away 12 grand. I think it's 12 grand. I've got another grand or 2 grand in my account from people that use it. And I go to the group and say, right, what charities do you want to do it to? Well, do you know what? It's quite sad. A lot of these people had like rescue animals, and because they're your pet. And I don't care who you are, you talk to them. If you've got a cat and some twat's cut you up on the road, or the old man or your wife or the kids have done something, or someone at work, you ain't going to tell the cat. You're going to be telling that cat, aren't you? Cat probably think, shut up, you idiot. What you want about? Grow a pair and shut up. Your dog's probably thinking, the cat's probably thinking, I just want dreamies. I don't really care about your day. I want dreamies. I'm a cat. Feed me now, dreamies. I want dreamies. I want dreamies on tap. And the dog's just thinking, I want anything. I want a shaggy leg. I want food. Give me food. He don't care about what's happened to you. Hey, I remember you like 4 months ago. Yeah, I was 4 months younger then. I was much younger then. I was 16 weeks younger. Anyway, I'm going to go now because that's it. I've had enough and I want to go to bed in about 10 minutes. I like animals. I love animals. Animals are better, aren't they? If you stroke them or they'll eat you. You can pet them or they'll eat you. Humans are just like nice. Oh yeah, I'm really nice. And behind your back, they're like, you think, shut up. And I say people do send me stuff. I've seen screenshots of things and I'm like, what? Yeah, I know, Ruth. Someone asked me tonight about what do I do? What do you do then? I went, I sit talk about absolutely nothing. What do you mean talk about nothing? I said, well, I talk about nothing. Rubbish. I said, I talk about all the things I want to talk about. I don't really care what my audience want to talk about. I talk about my stuff. And I told them about you. And I told about how Alan was going to go out of here. Then he didn't. I said, well, he's a dickhead then. Really? Just that? I said, yeah, I know them both. I said, now they're getting married. I said, I can't believe it. I said, I'm Cilla Black. I can't believe it. I feel like I'm Gary Black here. Well, I don't know if I want a cat or a dog, really. I mean, I like cats because you can go out, can't you? And you can fend for yourself. And really, a cat's probably better, isn't it? Imagine that. Would you want to come out as a cat? Cat's like the biz, isn't it? Just it wanders about and it goes. Yeah, and if you're smart, I mean, I reckon cats are well smarter than you. A window. someone who ain't even got a cat, and they've got their eyes, haven't they? And it's like, oh, this cat's come along. Let's give it some ham. It's probably thinking, oh, I've got my feet under the door here. You know, this why they're fat, isn't they? It goes up, and then what it does is it must find someone with dreamies, isn't it? It'd be like, oh, this cat keeps coming around. What should we? And no, someone who ain't had cat, someone will say, oh, get some dreamies. Yeah, I like dreamies, and it'd be like, meow, meow. And when you give it dreamies, isn't it? And in the end, you can tell when it's been away because what it does is you can't get through the cat flap, isn't it? you get home and it's stuck, it's wedged. It's like Garfield trying to get through the frigging hole, isn't it? And you really think, in the end, you think, let's get a dog flap. Mum and Dad's, have you? For tea. I love that. So how is he? Is he all right, Alan? How are you, Mum and Dad? They're all right? Oh, they're all right. I hope everyone's all right, really. Unless you're an arsehole, then I don't really care about you. If you're an arse, I don't really care about you. All food? What, you've eaten them? What, you ate them at house and home? No, I like all food. All food was better. No, that was good. I like that, all food. Right, I'm going to go now. Ruth, you've heard the marathon story, haven't you? My son done it yesterday. I've got boring everyone with the story now. I don't care. Told, and he done it. Well chuffed. Such a good day. A lot of happy tears. Funny as a man, how you don't cry. You know, you can't. I couldn't cry in front of my son, could I? You've got to you have to sort of duck out a little bit, and then you can have a little bit. You wipe your eyes and you come back. You can tell when you've been crying, yeah, because your eyes are red. But yeah, it was a great day. So good seeing him and all them other people. There were so many stories. Look at them on TikTok, all the London Marathon stories. And that. It's all coming up on my thing because I'm into running, so you get it all. Just see as a big cat. I loved it, mate. London Marathon is, yeah, it's so hard to get in. I've entered via the ballot. He has as well. I could definitely have a place at the same charity he run for, but if we don't get in, I'm not going to take a place unless I can run with him. I'll be interested to know how many other people in the charity. I don't know how many places they had. 20 places. I'll be interested to know because on LinkedIn he put like, oh, Liam's he's the guru of fundraising. You know, he's done really well above what we was expecting. And I thought, and the MD of the charity commented on my LinkedIn post as well. And I thought, maybe that's a good omen for us doing it. But I think $6,000, I'd go like I'd want to have a deal with them. I'd say like, nah, if you're getting both of us, I mean $5,000 I don't mind, but $6,000 it's too much. It's too much, you know. But we're waiting and seeing it. But then if you think, hang on, for $1,000, is it really worth poncing about? I'll get to run the marathon with my son. That's just like wow. This is if I can. I mean, I'm jumping the gun here. I can have a place, but no, I don't even want to do it. I don't normally do it, but I would want to put some conditions. I think, no, I want to run it with my son. That would be the whole reason for me wanting to do it. On my mind, these are shagged anyway, so. Well, this is a charity place. He got this charity place for someone I know, but you have to raise $3,000. And I know someone who used to run for Great Ormond Street a lot. And what happened is, he said it's just become the joke. It's too much money. And it was going up and up each year. I don't know, say like 10 years ago, you had to raise like £800 or something. It's gone up and up and up. It's too much money. It's too much money, and you're trying to get, it's hard to get people to sponsor you. It's hard. It's funny, and people are going to spend all money on TikTok and stuff like that, gifting and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know, you think, can't you just give a fiver to my son's pot or whatever? But there you go. Kill songbirds. Have I been made redundant? No. So I know, Chrissy. I know. I don't want to shame anyone. To me, like a few people donated £50, and I'm like, why? It's too much. I'm happy with a tenner or a fiver. Or really, I'd rather have 5,000 people donate a pound. Rather than I don't know, 50 at 100 or something, or 500 at 100. Whatever. I thought it's too much money, isn't it? Anyway, I'm really going to go now because I need to go to bed. Right. Good night, YouTube. Sleep well. Good Good night, TikTok. Nice to see you, Chrissy.